Welcome to the reality of the traditional Unani clinic. On any given day, practitioners are juggling handwritten patient ledgers, balancing brass scales, and manually punching numbers into calculators just to track a single appointment. Relying on these manual tools eats up hours of clinical time. It leaves margins vulnerable to simple calculation errors, and worse, a spilled cup of tea can permanently destroy years of careful patient history. To fix this, we are looking at the Pansar Dawakhana app. It is a complete digital ecosystem built specifically to bridge the ancient practices of herbal medicine with modern inventory and patient management. In this walkthrough, we will map the complete workflow. Step 1 is registering a patient, followed by executing an AI-assisted diagnosis, drafting an e-prescription, and completing a point-of-sale transaction. By keeping every step of this process within a single application, the risk of data loss and pricing errors drops to zero. A high-stress, paper-based practice becomes a streamlined, scalable, modern business. Let's start with clinical operations. When you launch the app, you will see a main toggle switch. Make sure Dawakhana mode is actively selected rather than the retail store mode. Once in clinic mode, navigate to the patient portal. Here, you will type in the patient's demographic information, log their ongoing medical history, and set a specific date for their initial appointment in the system. All of this sensitive patient data is saved instantly to the device using an offline room database architecture. This means the records live directly on the local hardware. If the clinic loses internet connectivity entirely, you can still access histories, log visits, and treat patients without interruption. Now that the patient is registered, move to the diagnostic screen. You will examine the patient and manually input their traditional physiological markers, specifically their pulse, or knobs, the appearance of their tongue, and urine characteristics. With those markers logged, tap the AI Diagnosis button. This initiates a back-end process powered by TensorFlow and Google Gemini technologies. The specific combination of pulse rate and tongue discoloration is processed through the central AI node. The algorithm evaluates this data to output a suggested disease temperament, or misage, along with potential medical conditions. Notice an important technical requirement here. While patient records are stored locally, querying the external Gemini AI for this specific diagnostic breakdown strictly requires an active internet connection to return a result. Once you have the suggested temperament, navigate over to the e-prescription screen. This is where you will build the patient's specific remedy. Instead of typing a recipe from scratch, open the built-in Formulas library. Here, you can search hundreds of proven herbal combinations and select one with an herb temperament that perfectly matches the AI's diagnosis. You are taking ancient observational diagnostic inputs and running them through advanced machine learning. The result is a highly organized, rapidly generated treatment plan backed by standardized data. With the prescription finalized, it is time to fulfill the order. Return to the main menu and flip the main app toggle over to Pansar Store mode to transition from clinic duties into retail billing. Open the cash memo system. This is the app's point-of-sale terminal, designed to efficiently ring up the physical raw ARBs you just prescribed. To add an item, tap the camera icon. This activates ML Kit barcode scanning, allowing you to instantly log a physical jar of raw herbs straight into the digital cart. A major friction point at the register is unit conversion. Raw herbs are often prescribed and sold using traditional weights like tolas and mashas, but modern retail billing requires standard metric grams. To resolve this, open the app's scale converter tool. Input a traditional unit, like 2 tolas, and the calculator instantly outputs the exact metric equivalent. Take that metric output and apply it directly into the digital cart to finalize the accurate retail pricing. Bypassing manual calculations to seamlessly translate ancient measurement units into standard metric data ensures that your inventory levels remain accurate, which actively protects the store's profit margins. The final physical step is completing the transaction. Run through a quick visual checklist in your settings to ensure your Bluetooth thermal printer is actively paired. Then tap Print. The digital workflow is now fully complete, dispensing a physical, itemized receipt for the patient to take home. This chart is your financial and sales dashboard. Because you process the sale through the app, the dashboard reveals instant visual updates reflecting the completed transaction and your current profit margins. As you get comfortable with this baseline workflow, you can begin exploring advanced features, like utilizing the Udhar Khata function to digitally manage credit balances for your regular suppliers and credit clients. By digitizing the workflow from the moment a patient walks in to the moment a receipt is printed, you eliminate manual calculation errors and lost paperwork. A practice previously bogged down by chaotic ledgers operates instead as a highly efficient, automated modern clinic.